going into this attack for Paper Rex, looks like it's going to be an early fight for this B-long position. Heretics, though, more than happy to fight them for it. Kellogg's taking a bit of early damage initially, though.
Heretics very closely stacked up to long. Paper Rex, not sure if they want to interfere. He's so stuck up in this Jing.
Jing may be stuck, but they've heard the teleporters. So Paper Rex now goes straight back over to the safe site, and they may be able to get this position for free unless they can do something huge in the back line.
Oh, Jing took a lot of damage from the Poison Cloud, and the final bullet of Mixwell to the head of himself is able to finish the job. So the plant is going down here for Paper Rex. They got themselves the A site, and the Heretics need to start to fall back to get themselves this post-plant defuse.
Absolutely right. Now Zeke, he is the make or breaker. I think he may have been just missed by that concussion. Perfect, Pavlos.
Whoa, Zeke doubles up. What a way to start off this game. Oh, Forsaken as well. We get to see him on a frenzy. Oh, one! And just that simple.
Just that simple.
Like it's just that casual.
Pavlos, we said that Zeke needs to step up if we want to see a match Jing, or better still, have Heretics a fairly easy time on this opening map of Bind, and he's done so beautifully. Such a strong performance from Zeke so far, and I quite like Paper X's reaction here. The second they hear the teleporters, it's straight back to the safe site, with both raises becoming the lurkers here. Jing unfortunately gets overwhelmed, but Zeke, beautiful job at both forcing out 1v1s and better still using those paint shells to guarantee that final kill. Hell of a way to start for Paper Rex though. How do they recover?
That is an interesting question. I'm not going to be going for a force up, just a couple of sheriffs on their side. Heretics have definitely showed the best self on that first round. Definitely showing they're not here to mess around. They're here for the dub. They're here for the 50k.
Absolutely. Now a little bit of util just being prepped and ready. It's going to be a fast play from Jing, able to get into lamps, but what good can it do? Instantly hit by both the snake bite and the gravity well there.
TP taken here. Jing unable to get himself together with the Benkai. Fairly spread out. Heretics maybe baited to the right-hand side of the map, leaving Kellogg's alone to fend for this. Yeah, Boo is behind him, but how much can it do? Maybe assistance of a guarding light would be good. The Kellogg seems to be doing damage with the Gosh so far. Quickly traded though, and Paper Rex have taken damage on the rest of the
These
pistols.
Sheriffs actually getting quite a bit of mileage down to the 3v3, and Forsaken has a lot of info to work with now, knowing every member of Heretics is coming from spawn.
There's definitely a chance here for Paper Rex, but can the gap be closing? And we will. Quickly, Mixwell and Zeke on their feet to close up the distance, and they do finish off the rest without taking a hint of damage on that fight. Heretics 2-0.
Absolutely perfect from them, and now for Heretics, they've been able to convert the bonus, keeping 3 players left alive for this bonus now against the Rifles of Paper Rex. A couple of Spectres. It's the Bulldog that was able to be held onto by Zeke that I really want to keep an eye on here going forward, because that is going to be the main damage doer for the members of Heretics.
Really good collapse for Heretics there.
Absolutely. I also want to mention Zeke, just 3 rounds in now, about to get this showstopper already. I would love to see the early usage of it, just so he gets that almost extra ult in the half over Jing.
And you know, the bonus isn't that bad for Heretics, right? You know, you've got that Bulldog in there, the Spectres, you've got shields on every single one of these players. You know, Kellogg's can be super deadly on that Sheriff, so Paper Rex can't be 100% comfortable in taking this round. Have to play it cautiously, although they need to win it to get the starts going well for them on here on Bind. Obviously, this being Heretics' pick, there's pressure. Jing with first blood.
That's really, really strong. Look at the re-aggression from Boo there. A little bit over-aggressive, instantly punished. But now the Bulldog in the hands of Kellogg's has to be the linchpin of this round.
He really has to step up. It's down to Kellogg's here trying to hold down this site. Oh, he doesn't check his left. The timing is rough. Wait, did they miss each other?
They missed each other.
Did they actually miss each other? He stays alive, and he actually gets another. Doubles up, Kellogg's! Now that's the beauty of a third round, but you're still down in numbers. Paper Rex have the advantage.
But he's done enough though. He's forced Paper Rex back. One's gone from the teleporter with that spike. They head straight back to the safe site. And look at the aggression of Kellogg's. He's got so much info here.
But Benkai shuts him down. So the hopes may be dwindled, but Avova on the wrong side of this map, or is it? Yeah, okay, Divide playing with our feelings a little bit there, but at the end of the day, they'll be heading towards this left-hand side.
As well, 1v3. One here would be enough for a moment just to do that damage, but Mind Freak, quick shutdown, absolutely perfect. And what I quite like from Paper Rex here is they seem very happy to go through these, go for these rotations, alternating sites constantly to try and keep Heretics guessing. We saw that Heretics util usage is good, But if they don't know when or where the attack is coming from, it can be very hard to plan, sort of get this prerequisite as to how Paper Rex are trying to craft their way into these rounds. I also want to mention as well, really well played from Forsaken, who pushes forward, gets all that info, then jumps back with the Yoru. However, as you mentioned, doesn't see Kellogg's. The timing just doesn't work out for him, and that's why we saw Paper Rex take a few casualties. First operator comes out, this time not a glass cannon from Kellogg's, as we've known to, well, both see and love. Glass cannon or not though, Pavlos, that was a hell of a shot.
That indeed was quite a shot. Here's the opener Heretics. Needed to soften the blow on this attack. You know, losing Jing here, Paper Rex won't really have such a quick of an entry. And even though Paper Rex have approached quite close to the site, and Heretics have read it, you know, to replay strong on the defense, Mind Freak is keeping them busy, at least on A.
Absolutely, Kellogg's also trying to buy a bit of space, but Forsaken, absolutely perfect. Goes for a quick rotation, a quick jump into showers now, with the Vova waiting for him.
There's been so many quick rotations with Paper Rex. Oh! No way! Forsaken tries to get into the void, but denied the ability of doing so. A bullet right between the eyes to put him to the ground.
They don't know Mixwell's in showers as well. This could be perfect for Heretics.
But Paper Rex have got Lamb's control. They can go deep. Showers may have to be enough for Heretics. They can deny this plant. The Nebula might conceal it for now, trying to bait it out. No, but it's a triple bait. They've gone all over to the B site, and there's someone waiting there. That's Boo.
They forced out the showstopper. Mind Freak, does he get seen by it? Yes, he does. They get some mileage from it, but they're still Boo.
Yeah, Boo does it. That's what he needed. Heretics know the game of Paper Rex here, know how much they love to rotate. They'll always leave someone occupying a site.
Devai here, what can you do? You've only got a couple of seconds left. Backs off, saves his weapon. A great round from Heretics, and a great round from Avova there to cancel any inroads Forsaken could have made onto that ace site. Really, really strong to actually take Showers control as well. And this is the quick reaction, the quick adaptations from Heretics that we were sort of bringing up. Is Heretics, they've only seen Paper Rex go for these rotations 2 rounds now, and they have already extrapolated that if they take Showers control, they cut off that broad rotation. And well, when you have Kellogg's, everything suddenly seems a bit easier, doesn't it?
It does. And they do save the operator at the end, right? So Boo brings it back into Kellogg's hands.
And while they do have
very
the
quickly, after perhaps either hitting the first shot or either missing it, they try and go for the second kill before they rendezvous away. No, Kellogg's is confident he'll get that first pick and run away with. It's a distinct different style than other chambers we've seen on the world stage.
Absolutely stinks to come out from Benkai here, but nonetheless, Paper Rex, they are able to muster a buy off the back of Zeke's aggression.
Oh, this is fast. Carl will be catching him, unable to find a kill. Blast back to keep them back, and also to help them traverse right back up. Oh! To be behind them, Forsaken! Now that is gorgeous. But there's one remaining on site, and that is Mixwell. Paper Rex know of him. They'll try and deal with him. At least he'll try and delay for the rest of the team to arrive, but he's falling back, making sure they've got adequate numbers for the retake.
It's down to a Heretics retake. We've seen how good these can be in the past now, but now they need to be perfect. Benkai going to get the Rolling Thunder off this plant as well.
Within the smokes, close and far, this is tough. It's really difficult to retake the B site with a disadvantage. Forsaken catches Mixwell. What's the call here? Do Heretics fall back? No, they're going for it. They don't know where Vova is. They've got no idea, but now they know. First kill goes their way, but they're running out of time. Heretics need to move in quickly. Faking their movement in. They're unsure. It feels like they kind of want to save, but kind of not. They're not being gifted these kills. Paper Rex are not going to hand them freely. Vova falling, this is going to mark it. Unless Kellogg's can bring out a miracle. Finds the first but not the second, which allows Paper Rex to close up the gap.
A 4K from Forsaken there. That recall onto Long to get behind the opponents who are trying to fight for that control is absolutely perfect. And you see how Paper Rex, they use their utility to buy time and space. Both Prowlers are deployed. One of the blinding lights are deployed as well. It garners so much space and time that for the members of Heretics, they don't even expect that Yoru to appear from behind them. Great vigilance from Forsaken and a great setup from Paper Rex to bring them their second round. And you look at the ults, Paper Rex now, 2 of their ults, 1 away, the other 2 away, and this is on top of a Rolling Thunder already available. A huge power spike about to hit Paper Rex here. Over on Heretics, the Tour de Force does come out onto Kellogg's, but what good can it do with the Mixwell not quite able to bring out the Viper's bit just yet?
This momentum they're trying to figure out here. Forsaken getting onto the back line. He's so good at doing this so far. He continues to do so. Zeke. Oh no, he's going to be pinged. His location as well. Instead of moving further though, Avova gets one, and now he's got a teammate to help out. Forsaken on the back end, gets one for his shovels. Heretics are on top though, even though Paper X have got themselves onto the site and the spike planted, Heretics might be able to overwhelm the attackers.
With that spike down and with that Rolling Thunder available, this is about even, and they even get the Cosmic Divider forced out here. This
Split the map in two.
It's going to be so important.
It really is, Kellogg's. They know where he is now, but they're moving in, all from different positions. Bankai's position, now known. Trying to hide out on lamps. He can delay this a bit. He's got the Rolling Thunder. They're both knocked back, but the Cosmic Divider's not favoring them. They're trying to get on the defuse, but hasn't delayed enough. He might have. Kellogg's with the shots. Is there time?
Oh,
is it time?
It's bloody close,
Is there time?
It's bloody close.
Oh, no!
There isn't! 0.18 seconds, Pavlos, and Paper X off the back of that Rolling Thunder. Just as we were mentioning it was one of the only ults they had available at the time. And they are able to guarantee a round off the back of it. And that's so smart from Benkai to deploy that Rolling Thunder and then just not peek off the back of it.
All Benkai had to do was stay alive. All he had to do was make sure he can get that Rolling Thunder off at that final mark. And guess what? He did it.
On top of Cosmic Divides as well, Mind Freak has his available. Mixed up with the Viper's Pit, maybe something we see used a little bit early. Maybe not this round, but next round when they have a proper buy behind them. I also like the Hero Vandal comes out on Kellogg's to try and garner that early control.
Paper X looking to move in. Fairly aggressive manner. Very quick. Now the rotation, they're taking their time to come in from the back end. Ooh. A trade with a Sheriff, not too bad. Heretics aren't supposed to win this round, right? Sheriffs, only Kellogg's with a Vandal. Avova falls. Paper X makes sure this round gets put in the bag without any troubles to find the lead. And that would be the first time they would have the lead in this game, in this grand final. They will quickly fall. Blue finds one, trying to make it more expensive than it is. With a Vandal in hand, they're able to continue this streak. 4 kills for Forsaken.
And I'll tell you what, getting two kills on Team Heretics is doing so much with this Yoru. Heretics need to find a way to start focusing him and mitigating the impact he's had.
They've been dancing all over Paper X and making them do a hop, skip, jumps, and curtsies.
That's another ultimate available for this Yoru. 3 in just 9 rounds.
Is this really the third?
This is the third. First one got cancelled by Avova when he pushed into showers with it. Second one got that impact. This is the third. Boo goes aggressive and long, realizing that Paper X have been emphasizing this A-site presence. It's garnered a lot of control. Look at the flank coming from Kellogg's, but look at the pincer as well with both him and Mixwell.
Mixwell may be in trouble though because he's alone. He doesn't really have the space, and with the Cosmic Divide coming through and Forsaken looking for him, he's going to be pinging his location for the rest of the team to try and fight him off. Now onto the back line. Can he be fended off? Mixwell denying Forsaken's opportunity.
This Viper's Pit's going to drop just as Kellogg's flank lands as well. They know every single member of Paper X is now going towards showers.
Seekers revealing positionings. Heretics, every single player of the defense is on the safe side.
This is going to be so hard for Paper X to execute through.
Zeke would be trying to use the blast back to make sure he can split them into. Already gets one, but loses his teammate Avova. That's the controller. Very difficult to try and end this round without him. Mind Freak, he finds himself a gap through the defense and finds himself in the back line still. Fended off well by Mixwell as he turns his attention and groups up with Zeke, trying to set up a crossfire. They still have the Viper Spit to hide in, but Paper X can even rotate all the way towards the B site. No, the fight will ensue, but there's not much time. They need to get the spike down. There's only 13 seconds. This is pressuring. Benkai's alone to the back end of this site. 70 points of health. Peeked out, denied the plants. Benkai won, he's got time, he can plant again. Benkai! Ice cold in his veins!
Oh my God, Pavlos! What a clutch! And I tell you what, 4 seconds left. He realizes one player has to be from showers. Kellogg's has already revealed himself, killing his teammates. And then to force out that peek from Mixwell, he realizes if he taps that spike, either he plants it, Mixwell fights, or he kills that player, knowing where the remaining one is. It's a beautiful clutch from Benkai. Absolutely textbook.
He had a second to spare. A second. 0.06. Are you kidding me?
Oh my Lord. Works beautifully. Heretics straight back to the drawing board, straight back to pistols now, as Paper X show us exactly why they were into this with this #1 seed.
Stinger though seems to be doing damage. You can't deny its capabilities. Device somehow survives through it with only 2 points of health. Paper X taking control. The only Vandal in the hands of Heretics hasn't yet been tested, but using it, but he's on the wrong side of the map. This should be Paper X's round and an opportunity for them to gather quite some space. Wow. Wait a minute. Is this doable? Remember, Device low. Nightfall comes out. At least denying space, but at the same time, it doesn't get anyone. Rolling Thunder's still available for Benkai. And it will definitely be used quickly. Not taking any chances. Oh! He nearly didn't get killed off there. Finds one before he falls, even though he had 2 points of health, gets it down. The Mixwell alone against Mindfreak, and that's all that is required. Heretics make it expensive, but Paper X on top.
It's very expensive, Pavlos. Remember, that was only a couple of pistols. Avova did a very, very good job there to land that kill while concussed. We saw some true heroism from Devi here. 2 HP, gets both kills. That second one was both bullets straight to the dome, still killed instantly afterwards. If a single bullet missed, that round could have very easily gone the way of Heretics. On topic of ult management as well, Paper X, they feathered their ults very nicely, but they still have this downtime. Over on Heretics, Zeke with another showstopper, Avova with that Cosmic Divide. Something else to mention for Paper X is the damage that last round has done. Yes, they were against pistols, but look at their economy. Mindfreak, the only player with cash.
Kudos to Heretics for keeping it that close, but Paper X getting themselves out of a shaky situation now. That trick can only work just a set amount of times. Although they reveal Avova's position, so it's a trade, an important one. Again, the controller. Jing, what an angle. What an angle. Gets away from the paint. Oh! Jing, are you real? And there's still more to go. Heretics have got 2 left, but the timing of Paper X is impeccable.
7-3. This is the strongest Paper X have been all tournament, Pavlos. They've just been getting better and better and better. And with Forsaken's positioning there, I love how the idea is even if he dies, the information he's able to gather by thrusting himself into the backline means that his teammates are there to trade. And as I think it was Azurai said on the desk, Paper X's ability to get that second kill so quickly in trades of aggression is really starting to show.
Wow. I mean, Heretics aren't playing bad. They're not making mistakes and Paper X are punishing. It's Paper X forcing them in positions which they can themselves punish.
Absolutely.
This is incredible Valorant by Paper X.
Absolutely. It's another round of pistols for Heretics. That showstopper on Zeke has been in his back pocket for a while now. I'm curious to see when he uses it, when he looks to deploy it. Over to Paper X. This is when the next round of ults come out as well. Devi about to get that Nightfall. Kellogg's. Oh, you need to be careful about that Headhunter.
I don't know if it was the right decision for Geek again. He was feeling himself. Can Boo find one before he drops? Trying to delay, stunned up. Cuss. Finds himself the clone. Doesn't decide to shoot it. Mindfreak on the other end, taking care of Mixwell Boo. They know he's here. Forsaken will deal with him. Yeah, this is looking rough. Avova's got a Vandal still. Will he elect to save it? It does look to be the call. Although he is getting closer to this beast.
Exits would be nice, but there is no other choice. He has to save this Vandal. There's not much cash left in his back pocket. The rest of Heretics, I think, can buy this round. I'm interested as to the thought process behind this Cosmic Divide, though.
I mean, there's 2 rounds still remaining. Well, another one after this, in this half.
I'm really curious as to the utilization of this Divide.
He thinks he can do it. He thinks he can bloody do it! Avova, that's true. And he's got time. Touching it. Other side of the Cosmos. Well, there's a crossfire. That was a bold play.
That was very bold. Yeah, 2 kills is good, but Paper X, they have been losing players in the rounds they've been winning. So their economy certainly isn't perfect, but we're so close to the end of the half now, that may not matter. So I feel like that may have been a bit of an overextension from Avova there. And committing the Cosmic Divide as well, is certainly brave.
Definitely brave. 1 round and a half.
It's 1 round and a half, but look at the ultimate soon to come online. Tour de Force on Kellogg's, the Viper's Pit on Mixwell. Forsaken is about to get, I think, his 5th ult of the game. And with that, Mindfreak still with his own Cosmic Divide. Devi able to get his Nightfall from the last round. We're about to see a huge clash of abilities now. And for Heretics, I like the aggression on short. They've realized they have to force out a position. Look at this push coming now. Kellogg's has to do so much.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a retake. Kellogg's has to fall back from the Zeke, taking it to B. There are actually 2 players on the TP. Boo already dies. Oh dear, this is bad. For Zeke, this is very bad.
Face your fear.
Incredibly dealt with. Paper X, don't lose a player. Heretics falling right into the trap, and Mixwell seized in place. Can it be held though? There's a crossfire. This is where the two remaining players are. Forsaken flashing out, getting the kill as well. He is feeling it, but Kellogg's has to do the heavy lifting. Has to be the one to put a victory in Heretics' bag.
1 versus 3, 4 bullets to work with. He has the luxury of 1 warm-up shot, Pavlos. He has to find this first kill so damn quickly though.
He cannot drop the ball. The only player to remain in Heretics' squad ever since the start of this year. But instantly put to the ground, put to sleep, tucked away, and said a bedtime story. 9-3 this halftime, with Paper X completely obliterating Heretics.
I feel like for Heretics, their ability usage, particularly, I'm going to allude back to that conflict divide we saw. Like, the ornaments are pretty, but they're pulling down the tree. Like, yes, we're seeing some nice plays, we're seeing some well-thought-out pushes. When it comes to
chance to set the pace, Paper X on this time have to be the ones to be the reactive.
You have to bear in mind as well that the Yoru, his impact is going to be on the attack. The defense now is where Paper X are going to have a harder time, but for Heretics, is the momentum there? Are they going to be able to even recover this half? Remember as well, we're in APAC, Pavlos. The 9-3 curse is a very real thing here. Whether or not Heretics being from EU care, we'll find out in just a moment.
It's an international curse, I reckon. Very quick approach from Heretics, so just move into the B site. Just W gaming. Divide. First blood of over 4s. And the plant comes in on the back of the site to make sure they can hold over on defensive spawn. And they're even pushing out Benka here. He may be in trouble. Fault line, but he's not accounting for the fast push that's coming his way. Down instantly. Kellogg's as well onto the other side against Jing. And there's 3 players now remaining on the Paper X side. Low in numbers, but they're starting to approach from that long side. Heretics are playing it slow. Very slow. Mind Freak eventually making his presence known. Gets one for his shovels and balancing the tempo perfectly. Forsaken getting the kill. Meanwhile, Divide is defusing. Divide is defusing! And he hasn't quite gotten it down. Boo. Can he do it? On top, up on ground. Will he be able to finish it off? Has to reload. Hiding. Has he delayed it enough? It's defused halfway. Can he get it? Can he get it? He can! Paper X on double digits. Now that was impressive.
What's around there, and what a great utilization of positioning there. Once Paper X realized that the plant was for defender spawn, and it was a plan to go through murder hole and then fight the rotations from Heretics, they just instantly threw someone onto that spike, allowing Forsaken to just take Jules and defend Divide. By the time Boo took that engagement, Divide, yes, sure, he's at point blank a Frenzy versus a Ghost, you're going to favor the Frenzy.
Need to make something happen here. Need to take a risk to be able to draw this back in their favor. And the risk they take is a force buy on the second round.
Absolutely, Paper X now. I want to mention, Forsaken's definitely slowed down. Only having garnered 2 kills over the last, I want to say, 3 or 4 rounds, but the rest of the team is doing so well, it hardly matters.
Well, Zeke is the one to open things up first, but Vova will be quickly falling after that. Far out of his depth, Zeke ends up falling. Well, Heretics really want to fight this. They really want to fight this. They're throwing everything at them, poisoning them, putting bullets to their chests, jumping upon them, and trampling over them. Forsaken might be able to do it. He spotted them out. He's low. Oh, he's baiting them. Flash comes through and he falls back. 1 minute remaining, and Heretics got the spike.
Forsaken's positioning now will be what decides this round. If he can get into a close corner, and he may have read it. Oh, no, Pavlos, he may have read it.
No way.
If he can get onto this B site and tuck himself into a corner, despite his HP, that judge can both be that judge, jury, and executioner, the executioner of the Heretics of Bind.
Will the read be right by Forsaken? Well, he's got the right sight, but not the right entry.
He's about to get that audio cue as well. Pavlos,
30 seconds
this is
left.
perfect.
Forsaken starting things off with a classic realizing it's too far out. That's the first! 20 seconds. The cross to the sight, damage onto Boo. Softened, tries the cross, but Boo gets it done. Force buy for Heretics works out.
Forsaken is getting so much done with this Yoru. Yes, the force buy pays off, which means that Heretics do have their tickets straight back into this map, but you have to admit, Forsaken shouldn't be able to get this much mileage from that judge. There's a world here where, if the gods bless him a little bit more there, and even if that ability to just jump, it goes a little bit further through Murder Hole, he can just completely rotate and even catch Boo off guard in a very different world. My God, though. Luckily for Heretics, though, full buy comes out. PaperX down to pistols. For Heretics, it's now damage mitigation. They have to keep as many players alive as possible, build that economy as soon as possible.
Well, they definitely completely empty their pockets for this one. Got a clear idea of approach, and no fake seems to be skewed up here. PaperX have got the information. If you notice, Forsaken has gone for a very deep engagement and allows the rest of the team to move into the site to try and have the right numbers for this defense, but no. The superior weaponry for Heretics will have to be enough.
Spike planted.
And the hooded men in black should be getting themselves a 5th round.
Absolutely, and this is where keeping all 5 players alive would be perfect, and that's something that we have a game in our hands here. Stun, going to try and buy a bit of space for Forsaken here. The low HP on Zeke could be punishable.
They're shorties, man. Always, you'll never find the distance.
It's
basically trying to get a kill here. Maybe an exit.
Zeke's definitely the target they're looking for.
I love that Heretics are playing it safe, though. They're not taking any chances with PaperX.
Oh, those fake shells.
Well, he's going to die to the explosion either way. So Heretics, this was the best outcome they could have had. They survive with all 5 players and close up the gap to 5 rounds.
Absolutely. Another 5 to go, Pavlos. We've seen both teams very able to get 5 rounds on the bounce, but can they do it now in the grand finals with 50,000 USD on the line?
It's quite an amount, isn't it?
Quite hefty.
And I believe second place is 20K. So it's a 30K difference.
That's not just pocket change.
No, definitely isn't. That's plenty of vacation.
Looking at the full buy here for PaperX, I would like to see something a little bit more aggressive. So far, they've tried to sort of get into close angles and put Heretics into uncomfortable positions. I want to see Heretics get given a little bit more space and see PaperX try and compartmentalize the map, exactly what they're doing now with this push through long.
PaperX. They push through, Zeke cannot convert. And not only have they gotten a kill, they found information that no one else is nearby, at least at that distance. They draw back. Very clever from PaperX. You know, no reason to overstep. They've got the advantage. Drop back, Kellogg's. Equalizers. Onto the side they go. They move even further, even past the Nebulas. They know of Benkai. They know of Jing. Oh, but over-aggressive onto him. 3 for Heretics, and Forsaken on the back line. Oh, this is pressuring together with the bottom line. The combination is beautiful, and there is nothing Heretics can do apart from Mixwell's magic. Jing comes in for the backstab and deals with him kindly. PaperX on 11.
That's also going to be the showstopper coming out from Jing as well. Forsaken once again gets so much done with his ultimate. This Yoru pick, we're a bit apprehensive about it. It fell very flat against Team Secret, but in the little break between that semi-final and our grand final, whatever it is that Forsaken has thought about, changed, adapted, it's worked admirably. And now for Heretics, they don't seem to have a solution, because the second they turn to fight Forsaken, that's when Jing jumps in, that's when Benkai follows it up as well, and that's when we see the entire collapse land on this site. I want to mention as well, in terms of frag counts, Heretics are doing relatively even, sort of 2 frags separating their top and 4th fragger. They're winning and losing as a team here, but no one's matching Forsaken, no one's giving us that star performance that Forsaken is.
Kellogg's. Can he double up? Yes, he can. We've been wanting to see more of him. Well, here he is.
It looks like Kellogg's took exception to that. two quick kills. Gonna try to follow it up as well with this operator.
Thing is, we know PaperX to be able to convert on a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Don't count them out.
Can they do it with a judge on Benkai, though? Usually you need these vandals around the board.
You have to think of it otherwise, Kremer.
Okay.
Because they have Benkai on a judge, they can do it.
I see.
That's the mentality you need.
I got the spike.
But for Heretics, they need this round. They know the device there. TP taken by 1. You can see how scared PaperX is to peek out on that long side.
Yeah.
And they don't end up with the information of Heretics falling back.
Rightfully so. Mind Freak, his aggression now may be anticipated by Kellogg's.
Oh no! He misses a shot, and PaperX are right back in the game.
Obscuring vision.
Timing.
Oh my god. Mind Freak peeks through. He gets 1 before he drops. This is going to be close. Spike down. Benkai behind. Vandal in hand. Zeke is accurate. Devi, all to do. Can he get Paper Rex on match point? No, he cannot. Boo from a distance picks him up, and Heretics are still in the game.
Looks like Heretics still have the power to bite, and I mean, they really are looking quite strong, Pavlos, especially when they have that man advantage. We've rarely seen them drop past the man advantage, just these entry kills that have been going so well for Paper Rex. Now that Heretics seem to have found their rhythm, I want to see how much more aggressive Kellogg's may be, purely because he's found his confidence, right? He's found his niche. He's realized that by fighting for long, he has no reason to fear Paper Rex, unless of course Forsaken's there. That may be a little bit of fear, but nonetheless. Heretics with 6. You look at the ult management as well. Cosmic Divide available for Mind Freak, that showstopper on Jing, but that's matched by Zeke, Mixwell, and Kellogg's all with those abilities ready, and that Viper Spit on Mixwell for me is definitely going to be the ability to keep an eye on in both this and the next round.
And Heretics, what they need to consider here is that they need to win round by round, but they also need to look into the future and project that they've got a gap to close. They can't waste all of it at once. The balancing is required. So for now, put the heads down. This round is a focus. Zeke with showstopper. Trailblazer finding his opponent, dropping a bomb. Has to give out on his life. Paper Rex. Don't count them out, not even on pistol rounds. Kellogg's might be dying. He saves his life. That is a clone, or is it Forsaken? Taken down Avova, taken down Devi as well. The Mind Freak will be the final survivor, Stinger in hand, over and Lamps. Okay, the job here is done for Heretics. They must not lose a player. Keep the guns in their hands. The Mind Freak with a bullet to the head, limping out of Lamps here, should be a dead man. And this is a significant...
Hit them when they're not looking. Time to jump.
Welcome to my world. Pulling them in.
I'll wait with you.
Paper Rex make the very clever decision to save this round. Heretics, another round on the board to close up the gap.
Straight back into this map, and I tell you what, that Kellogg's, he's woken up, he is feeling it, and now he is unstoppable, Pavlos. The confidence is unrelenting, and the Paper Rex is back to the drawing board once again. They had short control, they had players on B site. That should be a guaranteed round with players in hookah and in the teleporter, but nonetheless, Heretics, it's a monodirectional. Going only through long, it still works though. Luckily, the Vandals are going to be saved by the members of Paper Rex. They're going to have 2 to work with next round, but my God, Pavlos.
I want to have a look and see what type of fans we have in the arena here. All right, the people that love to see Heretics come back here. Heretics fans, let me hear you scream!
Serious impact on this breach. That being said, we're straight back into round 20. Let's see if Heretics are going to be able to continue this comeback. Already 3 on the bounce, or if it's going to be Paper Rex to try and close out this match in a very, very swift fashion.
Let's get right back into the action. Heretics versus Paper X, of course, with 3 rounds to differentiate. I can do maths, I swear. It's 3 rounds. 11 minus 8 is 3. But Jing here loses his life, and that is Paper X 5 minus 1.
Well, yeah, Heretics plus bullets equal minus jet, or minus raise even, for the members of Paper X, as already a man down. And this isn't really the Paper X playstyle. Jing pushing solo there without the support of Ben Kaiser. Fault lines, without any flashes from Forsaken, and it's where potentially we start seeing their undoing when Paper X start doing things on their own.
And Jing has had a fairly quiet game.
Absolutely.
This one, right? Didn't need to have the impact when Forsaken was doing everything on the attack side, but on defense, you want to see him show up. Viper Wall on the A side. Enabled, starting to waltz in. Devi holding the angle, and even closer is Benkai with the judge. And clever enough for Heretics to not try and peek that. Cosmic Divide, that's a fake. This is the first time we're seeing it, and for that reason, they've sold it.
The flank though from Mindfreak is so quick, but unfortunately, it's not able to access, well, not in terms of the rotations.
They might be getting themselves on the B side, but Kelix has fallen, Divide with 2, and all of a sudden this flip has switched. And, you know, this is doable. Oh, so doable. The Rolling Thunder available from the Paper X side can do so much. Going for Mixwell, but he's able to avoid it. No one is stunned. No one is up into the air, and Mixwell's got a really nice corner. Cosmic Divide, though, blockading the rest. They know that Mixwell is hiding that position, but over going for the flank, and misses the first shot. Doubles up and over! It's there! And Zeke joins in! Heretics don't want to stop this comeback!
For just a moment there, it looked like Paper X had finally found their rhythm. 2 very quick, very clean kills from Devi, but there's just no conversion, and for a moment they looked hesitant to go out of hookah. I really want to see Paper X with controlled aggression, compartmentalizing the map as they were attempting to do in the first sort of 4 or 5 rounds of this half, and it worked for them. Sure, it was in the afterplants that they struggled, but the fact they were able to force it to those afterplants is really where things get interesting, and with both Zeke and Kellogg's really waking up now, Forsaken, even more pressure forced to his shoulders. Once again, it's aggression from Jing, this time though, with a teammate, this time though, it gets that mileage. Out comes the operator on Paper Rex at long last, and we see the impact it has, Pavlos.
The instant they bring out the operator, they get the entry.
Oh,
Nay!
oh.
The first double kill. That's all you needed.
That could have
been
been the missing piece. Benkai responding with delay into Xiao, setting up Mindfreak's aggression, but it's not needed. Jing's the one to find that next kill.
And even though Heretics have gone for quite a comeback, it just takes 1 round to put that all in the bin. Benkai, blinded, unable to stay alive, Forsaken. He's got his teammates back. He will avenge him. Avova, tough spot, still picks it up, stays alive, has to do it another 3, has to be a quadra. Can he do it? Nebula in his space. Prowler cannot be avoided. And can't take care of Jing. Paper X on map points on Heretics' home ground.
It's laboured, sure, but the fact they're able to get that kill is perfect. And as we mentioned, we needed to see that operator. Once it came out, Forsaken, so much damage with it. And even getting the entry forces Mixwell to be the one to push first on that Viper. Certainly an uncomfortable position, and he just can't, well, let's be honest, Forsaken hitting some lovely shots makes it a bit easier. But so hard to entry with the Viper. Heretics now ground to a halt. Now, they don't have the luxury of rounds. They need to have the adaptation here and now. They have to be able to fix any underlying problems with how do they now take into consideration with all of their strategies the fact that Forsaken may be there with an operator who once again draws blood.
Zeke, though, this time punishes, and that's the important part. Paper X was able to sustain that advantage and keep it going last time.
This alongside the sort of force that's come out from Kellogg's as well.
Benkai loves being so close to the action. He loves breathing his opponents' sweat. Heretics tiptoeing their way towards this B site. Making no sound, but Paper X can feel the aura of presence. Polarized positioning, super sight. Mixwell starts things off strong. Benkai falls. There's still one on the side. Gonna throw something behind it. Divide, repositions. It's a trade. Heretics are on top. Mixwell is low. Jing comes in. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-2. Showstopper trying to do damage, but that's all it's gonna get. No kill. Jing on top. Jing trying to make it happen for his team. But Zeke gives it to me.
Zeke! 1 HP!
And Heretics keeps Heretics in the game.
Oh my god! It comes down to a nice edge Pavlos, but Heretics are just able to hold on. The showstopper as well. The one that
This is the grand final we wanted.
my.
And to be fair, this is the grand final Hyderabad deserved.
Absolutely, and Zeke has to turn 180 for that second kill as well. Absolutely perfect. And now with 2 rounds in it, Paper Rex, they don't have money. It's down to pistols. Sure, it's a stack though, it's on the right side, but is that enough?
Forsaken trying
The
to
ult's
enter the
cancelled.
Shadow Realm, but Jing takes him there. Still, 4v4, might think there's even more here hiding. Heretics have bred this and are still dealing with them. Damaged up though, this is not impossible. Jing, he's low,
That's a
and he's
spike.
done so much. Oh my goodness me! Avova, he's got the read in, and he's able to shut down Benkai. Jing, 2 HP.
Remember, Zeke can do it with 1 on the same agent. Does he anticipate the flank coming from Kellogg's though?
And Heretics don't have the spike.
Oh, I think he does.
Oh, Kellogg's. He's got a knife in hand. And Heretics, that's the spray down to put them 1 away from their opponents. It's either a 13-11 score for Paper X, or it's overtime.
And we've seen overtime already in this tournament. We've seen how intense it can get. This is our first match, Pavlos. There could potentially be 4 more iterations of this. And what I want to mention actually when it comes to this is when you do have these longer series, especially with longer maps in longer series, stamina becomes such a key component as to how effective your team can be.
Try here. Here.
Wow.
My, oh my. Forsaken still has his ult. Luckily, it wasn't fully cancelled last
Time
round.
to jump.
Ready to potentially jump onto Avova here, but look how passive Heretics are being in their default. They know Paper X is going to push.
So what Heretics have done is kind of fake towards this A shower side, but it's kind of a double fake because the rest of them are moving into short.
Look how aggressive Mixwell's been able to get as
Time
well.
to jump.
But
Almost
Heretics
map
kind of
control.
know of this, right? Avova's been left back to try and deal with him. He's so smart about this,
Oh!
but he can't get the kill.
Here.
And now the ult comes out, now the information's there. Benkai also chimes in, this could be it.
It took them a long time, but maybe this is where Paper X shut this down and take us to a second map. Hit Bing, shutting down Zeke, nothing they can do. It's Boo and Mixwell, baby. They've got to do so freaking much. Mixwell is 1 orb away from the Viper's Pit, but are they away from it? Are they close to a kill? Are they close to an orb? Mixwell doubles up! Oh! Maybe they've got a chance. And in 40 seconds, Boo can get the spike down safely. They can get the ball. Oh, it's cancelled! Forsaken, bring it back into the game. Boo gets 1, and now he's up against the 2. Can he avoid the Rolling Thunder? Divine! Paper X will get the defuse and close out map number 1 in the grand finals.
My God, it took them a while to get there. They certainly...